just realized I forgot to turn on the background music. There we go. What's up, y'all? This is Abraham Rose. Welcome to my channel, or channels, or whatever. Oh, I hope y'all had a good day. I hope y'all had a good weekend. I had an extended, long weekend. First day back streaming since Saturday. So we're back at it. We're going to be back at it probably for the rest of the week. And all the way until next week, because things are going to get a little crazy, I think, this month. And not exactly sure how things are going to turn out, but one interesting thing is I am going to be doing a bit of traveling within Japan. And I may try to see if I can get like a laptop streaming setup. I do have a work laptop. It's decent power, but I don't know if I can really game on it. I can stream on it, I know, because, well, I use it for work, and I've used it for things within work, and it's had no issues. But I don't have a decent mobile mic setup. My setup here in my little booth is kind of permanent. I mean, I guess I could break it down and take it with me, but I really don't want to do that. And I'd already decided that I'm not going to stream when we go ahead when I go ahead, I'm going to be going overseas in December. So I'll just be on Twitter and other places. But yeah, we'll talk more about that later, probably within a retrospect or two. This is going to be a fun one. I have done this before in a previous project, and I have fun with it. If you do this little button thing right, if you take the words and twist them just right, you can have a lot of fun with it. And it's a great thinking exercise. It's a great talking exercise, and I enjoy it. I'm trying to get some people in here. I sent out a couple things being like, hey, if you're around, check it out. It's going to be fun. I know it's going to be fun for me, but we'll see what happens. Another thing I want to do is I usually only have my OBS set up, and I don't have any sort of like fancy widgets or anything like that telling me things as far as Twitch. And a lot of the people I watch on Twitch are like, oh, yeah, by the way, an ad's coming. I usually stream without having any idea when an ad is coming on Twitch, because on YouTube, it's just, I don't think it's a thing. If it is, and I don't know about it. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure all the ads happen before the stream on YouTube or in the VODs and stuff like that. But as far as Twitch, yeah, I know it happens during the stream, unless you are like a member or something. And other than some very gracious people who have membered me, I'm not really in a position to be spending money on memberships right now. It's not really a financial thing. It's mostly, well, it is a financial thing, but it's just something that I had sort of a fear put in me after I realized how much money I was spending a month on monthly subscriptions and things like that. And I was just like, damn. The life of a creator and a DD is a tough one. It really is. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to the button, the big red button. And we are going to enjoy this. At least I am, because I like messing with this. This is my way of messing with the world, is by seeing it through my eyes and my brain and forcing it upon people who do stupid stuff and make stupid comparisons and be like, which would you rather have, death or painful death? Ah ha 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 ha. I mean, that kind of bullshit and stuff like that. And well, you know, there's gonna be ones like that, but we'll go through it. I've got the one loaded up right here. We're playing it on the iPad because I don't think I've got any ads on the iPad, and I think I got that set up for that. because I did this before. And I don't think I had ads before. I don't remember. And if we do, we will make fun of them mercilessly. Mercilessly. So let's go ahead and get to it. Let me go ahead and lock this because I went ahead and switched up and changed things around. All right, so will you press the button? Actually, let me go ahead and, because I'm like dumb, let me just go ahead and get this a little evened out a little bit better. I'm just one of those people who's crazy about little dumb people. Oh no, that's not what I want to do. It's not what I want to do. Control Z. This is what I want to do. Why aren't you working? Okay, it's because I'm hitting the wrong button. Give me a second. Okay, that's what I need to be hitting. There we go. Let's see how that looks. That looks better, even though the little Wi-Fi signal is off. You know what else I can do? Let me just go back over here. Just because I know there's going to be some. Let me go ahead and put my Do Not Disturb on. I know there's going to be some notifications coming because a certain somebody is streaming again tonight. Oh, what happened here? Let's go ahead and fix that real quick. Whatevs, yo. Whatevs. Let's get to it. Let's get to this first one. But yeah, somebody's streaming tonight for the first time in a long time, and I will be watching that. So I don't think I'm going to stream that long, but in case I do, that's when we're stopping. Yeah, I went ahead and switched up the track to something a little bit more fun. Oh, that's not the button I wanted to push. I'm just playing around with stuff as it is right now. Yeah, we've got all kinds of layers here. Let's do this. So, first one, you can never get hurt, but you can't use any means of transportation except feet. Now, as somebody who is not a fan of pain to begin with, but has a high pain tolerance due to that, or due to things, this is kind of a conundrum. Because never getting hurt, what does that mean? Does that mean, dying hurts? At least I think. Like, can you still die? I mean, jumping off a building is gonna hurt. But does that mean you don't die? You can never use any means of transportation except feet. Well, if you, you can't get hurt. Does that just mean you just don't feel pain? There's just so many questions. And that's my problem with these. I need details. That's why I would never trust a genie. It's just like, I already give you 3 wishes. And I'd be like, well, I'm going to need some details on these wishes. Are you out for, you don't even, anybody can say, I can say right now, I'm going to give you 3 wishes. Guess what? I'm not. It's just how it works. Maybe I can if it's something I can actually do, but if you ask for $1 million or all kinds of other stuff, guess what? I ain't doing it. I'm not a genie. I'm also not somebody who can make wishes happen. Yeah, but I'm going to go ahead and say I will not. Ooh, a lot of people, that's sort of up there. That's a lot more close than I thought it would be. And we aren't going to read the comments. I learned that last time I did this. People will write anything. So, next. You become Superman or Superwoman, but you will become the opposite gender. I mean, if you are a super, does gender even matter? Seriously. Like, anybody has a problem with that, you can just, I mean, you're Superman or you're Superwoman. And plus, Superwoman has an invisible jet. That's kind of cool. Not gonna lie. I mean, I see no loss here. That button is getting pushed. Hell yeah, well, most people agree with that. Yeah. Gender's stupid. Like, that's just how I feel. I mean, I get it, but like, and I get like the science part of it, but when it comes to things like big stuff, like if you're Superman or Superwoman, guess what? You've won the living being lottery. Gender does not matter. So, next. You gain immense power and are capable of doing whatever you want, but in 25 years' time, your soul will be reaped and you enter a catatonic state. I'm going to go ahead and say this. 25 years isn't that long. Because even though some things can happen pretty quickly, and you can kind of make things happen with immense power and doing whatever you want, but 25 years is going to fly by. And when you have all that power and you can do whatever you want, you're going to want to do more. You're going to want more time. And what if what I want to do is live longer than 25 years? And how long is this catatonic state? So many details. Yeah, I mean, it's like a extremely large version of you can being lactose intolerant and being like, you can eat ice cream and all the see, I can't really have anything with dairy, so I'm trying to think here. You can have any kind of ice cream or any kind of dairy product and you will feel nothing for 25 hours. I mean, is it worth it? I mean, it's just a macro version of that to an extent. Because I do miss dairy. Yeah. But no, I'm not going to push that button. You got to think about these things. You got to think about it, man. Think about it. Next. Oh. Looks like we're getting some ads, even though I signed up. I don't mind this one. Zenlast Zone Zero. I don't know. This is one of the few games where I've given some thought of maybe trying, but it's probably not gonna happen. Oh, I can skip it. Am I gonna have to? That scares me just a little bit, just a tiny bit, because I had some ad trouble with Duolingo, and I'm quite hoping to avoid that. And I could have sworn I signed up for no ads here. Let me see something real quick. Oh, it's a paid thing. This is something I may do once a year. Yeah. Maybe I did it for like a month and canceled it. I don't remember. Hopefully we won't have any problems. Hopefully it'll just be Zenlast Zone Zero ads every time, which I don't mind. The only reason I'm going to mute it is because the song is probably copyrighted, and I like to keep my music flowing here. The stuff that's for my channel and only my channel. Anyway, you find concrete proof that God doesn't exist and convince society of this, but your extensive research causes you to become distant, bitter, and lonely, and you die alone. I'm not going to... A lot of people, I've watched some streamers do this, and these kind of questions they shy away from. I'm not going to shy away from this. So you find concrete proof that God exists and can convince society of this. So, or doesn't exist. Who are you to do... because while religion has done... See, here's my thing on it. I am very neutral on every single thing. And for me, it's just like, while religion has done many bad things, for some people, it's done many good things. And who are you to be the person to take that away from them? Sometimes to stop... that's the same thing with war. Sometimes to stop one person from killing 1,000 people, you got to kill 100 people. And either way, people are going to die. That's just how a lot of these kinds of questions are like that. So, yeah, it's not my business. One person shouldn't make that decision. I think that's something that society should decide over time. And that's about it. So I will not press that button. But my reasoning is probably very different from other people. And actually, I'm curious. I'm a little curious. I'm just going to look at these comments real quick. Let's see. Oh yeah, we aren't looking at those. We are definitely not looking at those comments. Oh man. Next. You saved the world, but no one will ever know. That is the easiest question, or easiest one. Who cares? You saved the fucking world, man. I don't care if people think you're crazy. It's your world too. You'll know. Unless you don't know that you saved the world. Then why does it matter? These are the questions you have to ask people. These are the questions that have to happen. Seriously. The space between us. Who cares? I ain't living for clout. I'm living to live. Yeah, well, let's save the world. We are saving the world. Push that button. Oh, a lot of people saving the world. We got some good people out there. The rest of them want that clout, and then I hope they find their clout someday. I hope they find it someday. Next! The man-woman of your dreams falls in love with you, but you can never see them IRL. Isn't this the life that most major streamers live already? Here's how I feel about this. You can already kind of live this in a fantasy way. So what's the difference of it being a fantasy way and it being something that's kind of real, but you can't meet them in real life? That's internet. That's the internet. And as long as I guess you can have conversations, but I'm sorry, I don't do I guess I'm the type of person that falls in love with ideals instead of people just as they exist. But it's I don't know, man. This kind of thing kind of already exists. And a lot of these things, and love is fleeting, especially when it's, a lot of people have sort of, I guess, kind of grown into it because of the internet. I could never do an internet relationship. That's just, I don't know. I know I don't talk about that kind of stuff, but it has to become something real eventually. Like we can have, but I am 100% not against like having fun or just not like playing around or just like having fun with people, like role playing or all other kind of stuff. And I don't mean like role playing or just like that. Or I mean, I guess this is assuming that it's like mutual. I mean, actually, here's another one of those things. We got to look into the details. The man or woman of your dreams falls in love with you. Do you know this? Do you know that they have fallen in love with you? Think about it. How many people have like stories? I mean, I've read tons on Reddit and Imgur and Twitter where a person that you were just like head over the heels over, just like man, oh man, I love them so much, and then you find out like later that they were actually in love with you, and maybe by then like they've moved on, you don't know where they are, or they've passed on, or I mean, then yeah, you can never see them in real life anyway. Yeah, I mean, to me, yeah, there's just so many things in the details here. I'm just like, nah, this is silly. Silly. Next. I said next.
見て、動きにアバターが反応するよ。顔出し。
I played around with the reality app. I got an account on there, but I think I went live on it a while back. Oh, I can skip it already. I think I went live on it and just put it that in Japanese, that it was like English conversation only. And I got like a couple people that said hey, and after like 20 minutes, I was just like, okay. After the last person left, I think I just stopped. So I think I only streamed on that for like 20 minutes. That was a while back. I think it's still on Dre Ambrose. I don't know if it's set up or anything. But those ads are everywhere. I get them on YouTube. I get them on everything. Anyway, let's read this. All your dreams come true, but so do your nightmares. Ha ha. Ha ha. I do not have nightmares. And if I do, they're weird enough to where it's like not something that I'm scared of, you know? How can I put this? I've had like, I don't have traditional nightmares. Like, they'd be weird kind of stuff. But it's never anything where I wake up like in a cold sweat. Now, while I don't remember much of them, if suddenly the nightmares I had when I was a child, when I was really, really young, apparently I had really bad nightmares when I was really, really young. And if those would manifest, then that might be a problem. It might be a problem. Also, it might be a problem if some of my dreams come true. And this is also because they're saying nightmares. So I'm guessing they are talking about sleep, because dreams and nightmares, I mean, that's a detail you got to ask. You got to go for. So, if it's about dreams, like actual dreams, like when you're sleeping, or dreams like, oh, I wish I had a pony, and oh, I'm terrified of this, and it's just that's your nightmare, then I need details, man. I need details. So I will not, because my real life like nightmare type stuff is completely different from my dream nightmares, mostly because I can't think of any of the nightmares I had when I was a kid, but it was a known thing that I would wake up screaming in the night because of a nightmare. I don't remember any. I don't remember much of anything from when I was young, but that was just one of those things. Yeah, I was the nightmare haver and my sister was a sleepwalker. So I don't know what that says about us and our family. I could say more, but yeah, that's just things I say. Next! You can see through all clothing, but you cannot turn the power off. Now you see, I'm gonna say I'm seeing a different problem than most people are with this one. You can see through all clothing, but you cannot turn the power off. Now, I'm pretty sure I can get used to people wouldn't want to see naked being naked because, well, first of all, I work from home and I stay at home, and when I do video with people, it's like chest up anyway, very rarely, and the rest of it is just like, it's just a human body. It's not scary. I mean, you might see some people where you're like, ugh, but guess what? People are scary and other things with clothes on at any position, size. I mean, yeah, of course, you don't want to be sitting down on the train and have somebody that's, I don't know, maybe had some surgery or something, bend over, and you're like, yep, you've had surgery. I mean, if that's all you see, then, I mean, that would not bother me because you'd get used to it. I swear you'd get used to it. The problem is that I cannot go out without clothing in the real world. And if I can see through all clothing, that probably means that I can't see my own clothing. Which means that when I go through like my clothing, I won't know what it looks like. Unless like, I mean, this is where all the details come in. Like, can I get a camera and take a picture? And like, can I put a tag that's like not cloth and put it on the clothing? Be like, this is what this looks like. And if that's the case, because I mean, I just because I can see everybody else naked doesn't mean I want people to see me naked, and I don't want to get arrested. So that's why I have the problem with this right here. But yeah, the devil is in the details. This is too simple. I need details before I can make an informed decision on this button. Let me see. Let me give it a thought. So I'm going to go ahead and say, if I can deal with my clothing situation, I'm going to go ahead and say, if I could deal with my clothing situation, I'm going to press the button. Because I mean, I think I'd get used to it. And I'll tell you one thing, it might be worth it some of the time. Does that make me that type of person? Maybe. But for me, I don't care. I really, really don't. It's just the type of person that I am. Things like that don't bother me. I know they bother other people, so I'm really careful about it, but yeah. Anyway, next. You would receive $200, but you would have to go to every game of your local WNBA team. Tickets are free. Okay. Now, I know this is supposed to be a type of question where it's just like making fun of the WNBA. I have no problem with the WNBA. I've watched WNBA stuff. I kept up with a little bit with the Caitlin Clark thing because it was just interesting. My problem would be I don't have time to go to every local WNBA game. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a women's basketball league in Japan. Matter of fact, I know there is because I think Ohtani Shohei's wife played in it. Yeah, I mean, I don't have time to go to every single. I mean, even if this was like to see the Giants, or any team like that, or I don't care, the local high school team. I don't have time for that. So $200 would not be worth it. Now, if it was my job, if we're talking $200,000 or like I mean even like $20,000 a year or something like that, hell yeah, Hell yeah, I would do that. I love watching sports. I mean, I may not look like it, but I watch basketball and stuff like that. I keep up with things like that. I don't watch games too much because, well, I'm in Japan. I don't have a TV. But I keep up with stuff on YouTube. I'm more of a baseball guy. If this was football or rugby or something like that, I probably wouldn't be interested to begin with. But I'm only doing this because, I mean, $200 is nice, but it's not. It has nothing to do with the WNBA or women's basketball. I just don't have time to go to all the games. Sorry, I will not press the button. Ooh, that's kind of split. That's interesting.
見て、動きにアバターが反応。
Another reality. Up. Yeah. That's what you get. That's a bannable offense. Oh, let's go ahead and skip this video. I have no problem with you, reality. Do your thing, but I'm not here for that. You become the most attractive person in the world, but your gender is reversed opposite. Easy. Like, I'm pretty sure women would answer the same thing. Unless you're like one of those, I'm a man and I'm always a man. I mean, you get used to it. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Again, devil is in the details. I don't know if I'd want to deal with all the problems the most attractive woman in the world would have. And I guarantee that both men and women would agree with that the most attractive woman in the world has more problems than the most attractive man. As a matter of fact, I could do it, but I wonder, what the hell was that? Something fall? Hold on a second. Something did fall. Yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff stacked aside by the wall right here. So my cables and stuff. And I think I tapped one of it earlier and knocked it over. Anyway. So suddenly this is sort of a thing here in Japan. There's quite a few like comics and I think movies, and it's quite a common trope. Oh no, you're now a girl, or oh no, you're now a guy, and that kind of stuff. And I wonder if, it just depends on what you want from being the most attractive person in the world. For all we know, what are you attracted? How are you attracted? Because attraction depends on where you are in the world, depends on the person. What if you're like the most attractive person to mosquitoes? Yeah. I don't care what gender you are. If you're the most attractive person in the world to mosquitoes or weirdos, then yeah, sorry. I will not. Ain't worth it. Next! You lose weight and receive $5,000 for every pound lost, but you have to carry your dirty socks in your mouth. What the hell? Okay, so first of all, I'm going to go ahead and give y'all a little factoid about me. I am skin and bones. I am severely underweight for my height, mostly because I've had eating problems due to a very bad stomach for most of my life. It's very hard for me to put on weight. And I probably couldn't even make that $5,000 unless I get COVID again. Then, well, I would have dirty socks in my mouth. I will not. Sorry. Not a fan of dirty socks. Not a fan of socks in general unless I am going outside my apartment. I don't normally wear socks unless it's like super cold in the winter. But yeah, I'm not a sock fan. Not a sock fan. Indoors, outdoors, of course. I'm not a sandal fan, but I like having socks between my skin and my shoes. Next. Okay. You get to completely redesign the rules and laws of the society you live in, but you do not get to stay where you are. You will be randomly assigned somebody else's life to live in this new version of the world. Now you see, this is interesting. This is an interesting one. So you do not get to stay who you are. You will be randomly assigned somebody else's life to live in this new version of the world. Well, that's not that hard. That's not that hard at all. All you have to do is just make sure that it's a fair and just society for all people of all ages, all status, all gender, all locations. And I mean, the worst case scenario is you're assigned somebody who's like 99 years old and you only have a couple of years to live. See, that's the way I think about it. I always think about the worst case scenario for some of this stuff. But yeah, it's just like, I mean, that person would be in the best version of the society because you'd have to think of every kind of person you might be put into. The saddest thing would be is that you wouldn't be able to enjoy it unless the law and rule of society is made it to where like anti-aging or at least how people live is once they reach that age. Because the other thing is whose memories do you have? Do you have yours or do you get theirs? So you just randomly assigned somebody else's life to live. Does that life include their memories? If I don't get to keep my memories, then what use of it? What use is it? So I will not. Ooh, that's a pretty close one. That's a pretty close one. Hold on, let me look at these comments real quick. Just in case. Let me see if there's anything interesting. Nope, we are definitely not showing the comments on that. We are definitely not showing the comments on that. Oh man, next!
めちゃめちゃすごくない？こんなふ
Yeah, let me mute that. I have never tried Clip Studio Paint. Although that looks kind of cool. Although I do have a brush like that for Photoshop. I ended up learning Photoshop because it just happened to work out that way. I have like I guess I can skip this video now. I gotta keep looking at that. Okay, you will be able to stop time for 30 minutes and do whatever you want, but if you take anything while time is stopped, it becomes unusable and worthless when time starts again. Oh, this is an easy one. This is an easy one. Because the only rule is taking things. And to be honest, you could use that to your advantage. Yeah, hell yeah. So basically, being able to stop time for 30 minutes. Yeah, this is easy because there's so many things you can do in 30 minutes with time stop that are beneficial to you without having to take anything. And having the power to make things unusable and worthless is actually a pretty big power. Yeah, we're going to press that button. We're going to take that. Ooh, a lot of people agree. Probably not for the same reasons as me, but yeah. I like that one. Next. Become a millionaire, but die at 20. I will not because, well, I'm an adult. I'm a legal adult in Japan, and I would already be dead. That's too bad. Yeah, don't give kids millions of dollars. I know it's like, don't do it. That's just the absolute worst thing you could do to a child is give them unlimited to them money. Teach them about money. Like, no kid needs $1 million. No kid needs $1 million. Like, if the parents have $1 million to, like, raise the kids, then, yeah, I mean, that's different, but it really depends on how young they are. But don't give anybody that young $1 million. Nobody needs that kind of money when you're that young. Like, you could have plenty of fun with like a fraction of that. You don't have to work. I mean, you could even buy like a really nice car. You can buy a house. There's a lot of things you can do. But if you're gonna die at 20 and you're just having that million just to die young and party, then, well, no, not for me. I don't get it. It's not my thing. Next. You can teleport anywhere, but each time you teleport, you have to eat a cup of cow feces. Now, I know what cow feces smells like, but I don't know what it tastes like. And are they talking about like a cup as far as measurement? Like an actual cup, like, what is that? The imperial cup? Because that's not that big. And the amount, I mean, then there's possible diseases and, I mean, because I'm thinking like, is it something that you can get used to? Because teleportation's badass. I'm telling you. Unfortunately, you can't do it like, there's an anime, what do you think is, Toaru no, Index. I forget the full thing. And then Index and Railgun, 2 series in there. There's a teleporter, and she can teleport at will. Imagine her having to eat a cup of cow feces every time she did that. She'd be eating like 30 cups every episode. But like if it's something, because teleportation would be powerful. Imagine the money you'd save traveling overseas. But if there's like disease or you'd get sick every single time, and whenever you go somewhere, it takes like a month to recover, or you're like playing roulette with something that could actually kill you. I mean, no, sorry. The devil's in the details, my friends. The devil's in the details. Next. Capybara Go? I know you can't see it, but that's what it's advertising. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of capybaras. They freak me out. And I'll joke and say capybaras aren't cute, but they're just weird, man. I know the cartoon versions of capybaras are cute, but I've seen a real one, and they just freak me out. Like, there's lots of animals that freak other people out that don't freak me out, but capybaras freak me out. They're weird looking, man. And I didn't even touch it. Like, they're just, They freak me out. I think koalas kind of freak me out too, but I've never seen one in person that close up. I don't know. They just, and I've never seen a couple animals that I think would like freak me out the way they look. Let's get away from Captain Bar. Okay, here we go. You are the immortal company owner of a video game company that is extremely successful, and you may do what you want whenever. But you may be immortal, but that require there's no S there, but that requires you to have taken apart some of yourself to be replaced with robotic parts, which need to be checked every year for bugs. Of course, there's a small chance of corruption in your hardware. I mean, there's a lot of details here. There's quite a bit on the detail side here. But I'm still unsure of what the benefit is here, or what the downside is here. So I'm just, yeah, whatever. Next, the cure for cancer is discovered, but it is found during your autopsy after having died of cancer. I mean, that's a legacy. And if you're gonna go anyway, if there's nothing you can do, and if cancer is what you're gonna die of, then let that be your legacy. Hello, Inca Boy. What's up? Oh, you're on YouTube. What's up? No, I'm sorry. I was looking on Twitch. How you doing? I am having fun. Well, we're about to have fun if you're going to stick around. Playing, Will You Press the Button? Will You Press the Button? And we're looking. Yeah, I simulcast. I'm a simulcaster. Yeah. It's I have super internet, so I can do that. And the computer helps as well, but mine as well. I mean, a lot of people back their stuff up to YouTube that stream on Twitch. I don't have to do that because I'm doing both. Okay, no, that's fine. Either one is fine by me. No, I have Twitch open because I'm trying to figure out like the Twitch dashboard. Because I watch Twitch streamers and they're like, oh, there's an ad coming, or there's all this other kind of stuff, and I'm still learning about that. I'm mostly a YouTube guy, but yeah, I was talking about this button. The cure for cancer is discovered, but it is found during your autopsy, and I think I would be down with that because, well, you're gonna be. If you're going to be going anyway, because if you're already dead and you died of cancer, I mean, there was nothing you could do to stop that. But so after you're dead, I mean, what matters is what happens. But if it's something good that happens, like it's found during your autopsy, then yeah, let's go for that cure for cancer. We curing cancer here. Push that button. Yeah, a lot of people agree. Next. Yeah, Twitch settings more easier than OBS. Yeah, I guess so. I'm still learning about like Twitch, and I've only done OBS and YouTube in the past, but since I started streaming back in the summer, I've been simulcasting, but I'm slowly getting there with Twitch. I still need to do my Twitch profile and all these other kind of things, but I'm getting there. Anyway, this button, you can pause, rewind, and fast forward time, but you become invisible for an entire month after doing so each time. This is a good one. Ooh, this is a good one. This is one that you put in your noggin and you knock around a little bit, and and you think about the details. You can pause, rewind, and fast forward time. Now, my first question is, I'm not from the UK. I am from America. I was born in South Carolina, and then I lived in Los Angeles, and now I live in Japan. I live in Tokyo. I've lived in Tokyo most of my adult life. But yeah. Now, can you fast forward? Through this month? Oh, thank you very much. Yeah. Well, so this accent is what I basically grew up on. I live in the South, and I mean, I spent a long time of my life trying to get rid of it. But when I relax and I get into it, it basically is what comes out. So it's what I'm doing. I mean, if I wanted to, I could be like, hey, now I'm a streamer and I talk like this. Let's get excited about gaming. I mean, I can do that kind of voice too if I want to. But, yeah, this is just me relaxed. This is the chill stream. We're talking about buttons and fast forwarding time and being invisible. Now, what kind of benefit can you get from being able to pause, rewind, and fast forward time to where being invisible for a month would be balanced out? Now, if you can fast forward that month, then yeah, it's sort of don't need to worry about it. However, like yeah, it's just how it is. I'm just doing my thing. So this is how it turned out. But being invisible for an entire month, it depends. I mean, can people know that you're invisible? I mean, I work from home, so technically they don't need to see me. I can just put like a cardboard cutout of me or create like a 3D version of me. And I mean, I have some coworkers I've never seen, so it would work out for me, maybe. But it really depends on what I can do. I tried that energy, and on the next day, my body gave me the signal to take a rest. Yeah, some streamers can do it. I mean, I can do it, but it's just not me. I'd rather focus on doing that and using that kind of energy when I can, when it's needed, you know. But yeah, I think I'm gonna push this button though. I think I can deal with being invisible for the entire month, because there's no like little thing there that says that nobody knows that you're invisible. Unless you need to keep that you can pause, rewind, and fast forward time. However, if anybody were to try to kidnap you or use that power for nefarious reasons, you'll be invisible. They can't find you after they do it. But, I mean, you're invisible. Does that mean they can't touch you? Is there no clipping? I mean, there's quite a few things that, quite a few details. But you know what? Just because of my personal situation, I'm going to press that button. Ooh, a lot of people are. A lot of people want to be invisible for a month. A month is a long time. But like I said, if you can fast forward that month, ain't no problem. So, next. Yeah. So yeah, I live in Japan, so I get the Japanese ads. Oh, we can skip the video now. Oh, can we skip it now? Yes, we can. And what's funny is so I do Duolingo every week, and Duolingo decided that they were going to grab ads from as local as possible, and they tried to dox me. So I'm kind of wary of ads in on my stream sometimes, because on 2 Duolingo streams, it brought up a business that's like, hey, check this out. this place is like right next to where you live. You should check it out. And it would like show a Google map. And I'd be like, no, thank you. No, thank you. So I'd be careful with that. I'm hoping that doesn't happen on this stream though. Anyway, next button. You will get a pet dragon, but if you ignore everything, it will ignore everything you say 90% of the time. Why not get a cat? I mean, here's the thing. Dragon is... I need more details on this dragon. Is it an Eastern dragon? Is it a Western dragon? Is it a big dragon? Is it a small dragon? Is it a destructive dragon? Is it a chill, like, okay, or if you're gonna feed me, I'll give you attention dragon? Is it the kind that's just gonna sit there and protect its horde and won't kill you? Now, there's just way too many details here that I need to know before I would push this button. As much as a pet dragon would be fun, if they're going to ignore everything I say 90% of the time, if they are a troublesome dragon, I'm sorry, it's just not happening. So, oh, I pressed the button. Oops. Well, I guess I'm getting a dragon. I hope I can deal with it. Okay, here we go. Oh, thank you for the follow, Inca Boy. I appreciate it. I don't know where my Streamlabs notification is. Maybe it's a little late. But I got my Botrix. Thank you very much for the follow, Inca Boy. I very much appreciate that. Let's read this. You get your own perfect servant who will do anything and will follow your every command, even hunting or killing someone. Man. This servant is extremely sarcastic, and if the command is not specific, what's going on? Oh. They will bend it to how they choose. Now, no. Sorry, I thought I just saw the Twitch thing delay. I thought my screen went out again. Now, I'm very specific. One of the things that I've been in all these buttons is I have been all about the details. I'm a very details-oriented person, and I ain't gonna ask anybody to kill anybody unless I can get away with it. I think I'm gonna push that button because I don't mind sarcasm. As a matter of fact, I would reward somebody if they can be sarcastic to a point to make me laugh. And I appreciate it. I can handle sarcasm. And I'm very specific. So yeah, I'm going to push that button. So now I've got a dragon and a servant. Okay then. Next! You get a beautiful singing voice, but you can't wear any clothes. Guess what? I'm pushing that button because, well, my current streaming situation. See, I actually stream from a soundproof room. So, yeah. I can sing in here all I want to. I would love a beautiful singing voice. The most beautiful singing voice. And I would sit in here naked all day and just do nothing but sing. Yeah. I'm sorry, but... Oh, one detail. Now, is it... You get the beautiful singing voice when you are naked. But you have to not wear any clothes forever. That's a detail in there. If it's only when you're singing... That's like the easiest answer. I'm pushing that button. I'm pushing it. Wow. Wow, these people don't know how to enjoy life. That they don't know how to live behind a virtual avatar. Oh man, I love that one. I love it. Oh, thank you for the follow, ZZCC That sounds like a Polish word. I work with a guy who's got a Polish last name, and it is nothing but consonants. And he loves it though, and he's a good guy. But yeah, for all I know, that could be your first name or your last name, and you're Polish. That's pretty funny. There's other countries that do that too, where it's like just like all consonants. But yeah, that was a perfect button for me to push. Next!
子供の頃の憧れ、それはメカにた。
Yeah. Sorry, Metal Storm. Not really interested in playing the game. Let's get to it. Next. Any controller you use would be incredibly comfortable to use, and you will be superb in every game you play with it. But you will forever have Cheeto fingers. Now, see, this is another thing when being, I guess, a virtual avatar. Really, it doesn't matter. I can't eat Cheetos. They hurt my stomach. Pretty much any kind of corn puff thing like that. Or chip. Or there's some chips I can eat, but yeah, I don't eat cheese stuff to begin with because the lactose thing, but I don't think that's real cheese anyway. They smell good though. I'll admit that. But yeah. Cheeto fingers. Does that just mean like they're orange? Or they have like Cheeto dust on them constantly? Now, the Cheeto dust on them constantly, how would that help you play a game? Like, I can't play, like I've got little rubber covers for all my controllers except for my Switch one, and I want to get little rubber covers for the buttons on that because I'm a sweaty gamer. And my hands sweat pretty badly. But, if it's Cheeto fingers like you see, like in the movies or in like people talking about it, I think I'd have to go with no, because I don't want that dusty stuff all over my fingers, so I will not. 30% of people, they really want to be games. I'm sorry if I'm looking down sometime because I'm using it on my iPad. My iPad is on the desk. But I'm trying to look at the screen where it's mirrored. Anyway, next. All right. You become famous and everyone loves you. But you will lose 90% of the money you currently have. Yeah, take 90% of nothing. Take 90% of nothing. And then once you become famous and everybody loves you, make it back. I mean, that's the stupidest. Of course you're going to press the. Okay, let's think of the details. There's got to be something. There's got to be some sort of little caveat here that I'm just not seeing or I'm not thinking of. Let's see. Nope, I don't see anything because they can have 90% of the money I have right now, which is nothing. And then once you become famous and everybody loves you, you can be like, hi, I'm famous. Y'all love me. And turn on super chats. I mean, that's, yeah, I'm pushing that button. Oh, I guess 39% of the people have a lot of money and don't expect to make any more money when they become famous and everybody loves them. You gotta think of these details, my friends. The details. Next. Okay. You create the most wonderful video game anyone has ever seen, but it is only released for the GameCube. I'm sorry, but anybody who disrespects the GameCube, there are plenty of amazing games on GameCube. Unfortunately, I haven't really played many of them on GameCube. I've been in a home that has a GameCube, and I've played games on the GameCube, but I know of the GameCube's history, and I know of stuff on there. I'm sorry, I'm not a game snob. If it is the most wonderful game anyone's ever seen, it doesn't matter what it's on. If it's on GameCube, if it's on Neo Geo, or what was that? What's that? What is that? The Nokia N-Gage. If it's on the N-Gage, if it's the most wonderful game anyone has ever seen, guess what? You are going to be a legend. You are going to be a legend. If it's on the GameCube, even more. Next!
子供の頃の憧れ、それはメカ。
Yeah, sorry. Not really interested. Remember to skip it through a little bit quicker this time so we can move on. Okay, you can talk to all the animals, but you can never talk to humans ever again. Ooh. This is a request. This is a question for after retirement, because once you're retired and you can go and move somewhere in the middle of nowhere and have all your animal friends, and you can get animals to do stuff for you. And it's not like you can't communicate with people. You just can't talk to them. So you can type stuff, you can write stuff down, you can use sign language, and you get to talk to animals. Yeah, I'm pushing that button. I don't see any downside to that. Ooh. People are not thinking about the details. People are not thinking about the possibilities. Let's go ahead and go next. Here we go, another one of these. Become famous around the world, but still not famous in your home country. So, my home country is America, but I do not live there. And no matter what country you are from, unless you live there and like it's your life, there's a whole nother world out there. And if that world loves you, explore it, enjoy it, and just take it all in. Your country is not your life. Doesn't have to be. Now, the only caveat to this is what kind of famous. Why are you famous? Are you infamous? And is it something you can capitalize on? Are you famous for being the guy that forgot to renew his visa or something and is stuck in an airport? Or, I mean, it's what kind of famous. So that's the one thing you got to think about. There's many kinds of famous. Famous is very important. The famous aspect of this, that is. Now, for some people, just being famous in any kind is a win, but I think there's more to it than that. I really do. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say I will not, because I need details. I need to know what kind of famous I'm going to be. So I will not press the button. Ooh, I'm a minority here. People aren't thinking about it. Those 75% could be famous for eating an entire pumpkin in like 2 seconds. And that's so impressive that the whole world knows about it. And yet in your country, people are like, who cares? And guess what? You're famous, but at what cost? You got to think about these things, people. You got to think about it. You got to think about it. Next. All right. You gain $200,000 a day to try out a new medical experiment. But its side effects include double hair growth, larger appetite, and have to eat 6 meals a day, and you will gain the weight from all the fat you eat. $200,000 a day. Double hair growth. Now, is that double hair growth a day? Or is it like double hair growth like overall? Like it's just like normal hair growth but just twice as fast? Or is like, does your hair double every day? I need that detail. Now, larger appetite. There's nothing, absolutely nothing in there that says how big these meals have to be. Now, here's another thing you need to know about meat. I suffered from severe GERD and acid reflux. And for a long time, I did eat 6 small meals a day, sometimes more. And it could just be something from almonds to half a thing of bread, or I would make a bowl of oatmeal and just eat that for 3 hours, stuff like that. I don't mind cold oatmeal. I'm used to cold food and things like that. And guess what? Your metabolism goes crazy. Unless this medical experiment kills your metabolism, then, I mean, oh, I found another loophole. So, how many days do you have to do this medical experiment? Can you do it for I don't know, a few weeks? I mean, you can lose all the weight after that. I mean, yeah. Okay, so if the loophole is that it's 200,000 a day and you get to choose how many days, then yeah, I'm pushing the button. Ooh, you people just aren't thinking. You gotta think about these things. You gotta kick them in the details, man. You gotta kick them straight in the details. It's just, it's important. It's important. You gotta think about these things before you push these buttons. Because you may miss out, or you may be missing. You may disappear. You gotta be careful. You gotta really, really work on it. You gotta think about it. You gotta use the noggin. You gotta bounce it around a little bit. And yeah, anything's possible. Next. Yeah, sorry. I'm not interested in this ad. Oh, skip. Man, these Japanese ads fly through. Makes me happy. Okay. You can perfectly speak the 5 languages of your choosing, but you forget your native language permanently. I'm pushing that button. Because I think being able to speak 5 languages is enough of something that would help you in any country of one of those languages. And I would love to be able to speak Japanese perfectly while living here. And it'd be kind of funny looking like I do and not being able to speak English anymore. But English is such a core part of so many languages. I mean, there's so much English ingrained into Japanese, even though it's in katakana and other languages. Yeah, if English wasn't my native language, this would be easy. Because I don't really care about, you can get a job translating between 3 languages. Easy. And if you can do more than that, you could probably name your price. Especially if you already have other kinds of skills. I think I'm going to push that button. Bye-bye, English. Sayonara, Eigo. Next. Okay. You can communicate with any animal or another one of these, but there are no humans except you. Well, if we are in a situation where it's the apocalypse and I'm the last human left, then of course I want to communicate with any of the animals that are left. I mean, that would help out a lot. That would make life a little bit easier. But that opens up way too many dark parts of humanity. I don't want to say what I'm thinking, but let's just say humans get lonely. Oh, oh man, I'm so. I mean, this is all theoretical stuff. And if you can talk to the animals, you can get consent. Oh, not that I have any interest in that, but that's just like the first thing I thought of is just like I'm already alone, and it's oh, if you're the last human left, I mean, sorry, this goes back to a conversation I had a while back about feeling like you're the only person in the room of a crowd, and well, I mean, for all I know, no. Let's move on. Just because I don't want to cross that boundary, I will not. It's not my thing, but you got to think about that. People be getting lonely. Historically, people have gotten lonely. Next! Okay. You meet the woman of your dreams, and you eventually marry her, but you always have an intense itching sensation in a spot you can't reach, and it never goes away. Well, guess what? If you have the woman of your dreams, or the man of your dreams, and you are married to them, this is not a secret. Now, obviously, if you can't reach it, somebody else can. However, if it never goes away, like even if they itch it, then that is a problem. That is a big problem. Because, well, it'll probably rub raw and then basically just be scratching that blood. Unless it's like some sort of thing where it doesn't and it's scratch proof and you can put like a chainsaw to it or something. Because it also doesn't say who can do the itching. It just says that I can't reach it. It doesn't say anything about my newfound woman of my dreams can reach it. Too many details in that, and I mean, it's too weird, so I will not. Yeah. Next!
So, apparently...
No, apparently. I am not gonna deal with math crossword. Okay, get $1, but 10 hairs will grow on random places of your body. I mean, getting paid $1 for puberty, that's not that bad, but I mean, it's not worth it. It's stupid. That's stupid. $1 ain't worth that much anymore. $1 ain't worth that much anymore. I mean, I guess if you're in a place where $1 is worth much, well, in Japan, $1 is worth more than yen. But anyway, next. Oh, it's a long one. Okay, all of your pockets now lead to a different dimension. If you root around in it for 7 seconds, you can pull out whatever you want, provided it would fit in the pocket. But there is a carnivorous and indestructible interdimensional creature living in the pocket universe, which desperately wants to eat your hand and gets close to bite you in 6.5 seconds. Now, I'm digging the details. However, I think this would be something that you would see. I don't drink, but I do get really tired. Now, that 0.5 seconds, I mean, that does stuff. Sorry, something's trying to tell me to enable notifications, and I said no. Yeah, 0.5 seconds. I don't want to lose my hand. So, yeah, I will not. I do not trust myself. Because it said all of your pockets. What if I need to get my keys? Do I just got to put my keys on like one of those chains? In my wallet? Get like a chain wallet? I mean, you can pull whatever you want, but nah. I'm not even gonna give that another second of thought. Next! You can fly, but you can't walk. Now, this may seem like a simple question. Walking takes energy. Flying, how are you flying? Like, what kind of energy is that taken out of your body to fly? Is it the same as walking? Is it the same as standing? And if I can't walk, can I stand? There's way too many questions here. Can I still sleep, or am I floating while I'm sleeping? I mean, that would take a lot of stress off of your joints and everything, and but there's too many loopholes, because what if you can fly, but it drains you twice as fast as walking? At what speed can you fly? Is it only the speed of walking? It says you can't walk, but it doesn't say anything about running. And it also doesn't say how high you can fly. Like, if I'm just floating around everywhere 2 inches above the ground, but I mean, if I'm not using any energy, like if I feel the same, but then again, how do you exercise? There's just too many questions here. I'm not gonna, I have to, sorry. The devil is in the details. The devil is in the details here. Next! Sorry, I am not interested. Anyway, here we go. You get to spend a whole week with your favorite celebrity, and they like you at least as a friend. Aw. But you have to listen to Pitbull's whole discography. That's it? You can get that over in like a day, can't you? I mean, he can't have more than like 60 or 70 songs, right? I mean, even if it's like 2 days, I can deal with Pitbull. I don't mind. I'm not one of those people that's just like I've heard Pitbull enough to where, like, and especially I dig Mexican rhythm, like the one that I forget what comedian was making fun of me. It's just like where every song was just like you can just add anything over it. You can just do like traditional Mexican music, or you can rap over it, or talk about like, I don't know, whatever, or do like, I mean, it's just, yeah, I mean, I can deal with that. Yeah, there's quite a few. And you get to spend a whole week. There's no way Pitbull's whole discography lasts the whole week. And even then, it's just like, you listen to it, you might find a song you like, you might hate it, but you don't have to listen to it forever. You just listen to it and then it's done. And then if you want to, you never have to listen to Pitbull again. I see no loophole. I see no loss here. So yeah, I'm pushing that button. I'm pushing that button. So Pitbull, make this dream come true. And I will listen to your whole discography. You got the money. I know you do. Next. Okay. School's canceled forever, but you're not allowed to sleep for more than 8 hours a day. Well, guess what? I don't go to school. So, but I have to have my 8 hours, or when I can get it. Yeah, I will not. Plus, I'm all about learning. I'm constantly learning. That's just not my thing. Okay, here we go. 10x faster internet than you presently have, but you can only download 20 gigabytes of stuff a month. Ha. Little do you know, I have one of the fastest home internet connections in the world. I have Sony Neuro, and I pay next to nothing for it because I live in Japan, and it's unlimited. And I'm sorry I'm bragging here, but screw JCOM. And I feel sorry for all people that live in areas that have really bad internet, and this is something that would would change their lives. But I'm sorry. 10 times faster than the fastest isn't needed for me right now. What did I get this morning? One of my coworkers sent me a file. How big was it? 15 gigs, and I had it in less than, and this is over Dropbox, and it really depends on their connection too. Oh man, I had to have had it in less than 15 minutes. Probably less than that. I've downloaded like gigabyte files in like less than 30 seconds. So yeah, it depends on where it is. But yeah, nah. This is, I'm good, thanks. Next.
子供の頃の憧れ。
Sorry. And skip. Okay, here we go. You get free airplane tickets for the rest of your life, but you know that one random plane you ride on will crash and kill you. I will not. It took me a while to get over my fear of flying. It really did. My first flight was when I was very young, and it was terrifying for me for more than one reason, not just because of the airplane. And my first big flight as a semi-adult had really bad turbulence, like really, really bad. And I'm tall, and I hit my head. Not bad enough to need medical attention, but turbulence just gets to me. I've flown a lot since then, but I don't want to die on a random plane crash. If I'm gonna die, I'd rather be in something. And plus, it's random. It could be my first one. So yeah. Next! Alright. You get a pair of shoes that make you dance like Fred Astaire. Hold on one second. Michael Jackson, all amazing dancers combined in one. But they are a pair of bright pink Crocs. I don't like Crocs. They make my feet feel funny. They're not that comfortable to me. Maybe it's because I have big feet. And Crocs my size just feel they don't give me any support. I need support on my feet. How can you dance like that in Crocs? That makes absolutely no sense. Because the two people that you're mentioning right there, they wore like tight, like dancing shoes. Crocs are not. And you cannot dance like Michael Jackson. I only know Fred Astaire from a few YouTube clips. And I'm not a Michael Jackson fan, but I've seen a couple things, again, on YouTube. That's not my generation. I don't care about the color. I just think Crocs would be terrible to dance in. So I will not. Sorry. I mean, I gave Crocs a chance, and I just didn't like them. I like my feet being covered when I'm outside my apartment, and when I'm inside my apartment, I don't like anything on my feet. So that's just how it is. I live a Crocless life. Next! Okay. You pass every college course you take, but every professor, there's two buts there. Every professor you have is a competent idiot that can barely speak English. And you'll have, I will not. I mean, why go to school if you're not going to learn anything? I just see no need. Beat Duel looks a little like it's a copy of something else. Matter of fact, the little boy right there looks like he's right from that other game. I don't know if it's made by the same people. Oh, it is. Maybe. Anyway, sorry, that was just interesting. I just want to make sure it wasn't a rip-off. Okay. Be able to speak all foreign languages in the world, but never have the opportunity to speak the natives. I will not. It's just kind of stupid. You can manipulate anyone to love you. Now, I'm already against that. But the one you truly love is immune to your power and in a relationship with another man. I mean, why manipulate people to love you? I already don't like that. I will not. Ooh, 44% of people out there love to manipulate people. That's trashy behavior. That's toxic. Yeah. Okay. You can turn invisible at will, but your invisibility is unpredictable, which means you can stay invisible for 3 seconds or 5 years. Yeah, I need predictability in my life. I will not. Next!
200社以上も訪ねてみたけど
Yeah. Sorry, not interested in your game. Skip video. Okay. Gain the ability to control time, but activate it only by making yourself bleed. That sounds like an anime. That sounds like an anime plot if I ever saw one. It's not that difficult. How much? I mean, here's the thing. Here are the questions. Here are the details. How much do I bleed? Can I just do like the little the little prick that they used to do a blood sugar test? Because people who do that, they bleed all the time. Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a fair trade-off. If it's just like you can just get like a small needle and just have like a specific area in your body that you've chosen, and it may look like it's self-harm, but it's actually superpower. Yeah, I'm gonna press that button. I've got a high pain tolerance. Next, you'll become a YouTube celebrity, but you must remove all your friends from any social network website you're on. Y'all got friends? I do treasure the friends that I currently have. Now, it says you must remove them, but not block them. So here's my little detailed loophole I've found. So basically, just before you remove them, you're like, hey, I got to remove you, but I'm going to be a YouTube celebrity as soon as I do. So you can be added back after that's happened. As a matter of fact, you can never add me again if it doesn't happen. And that would solve that problem, because either they will never add you back because they were never your friend in the first place, or you will have told them why. And if for some reason, like some sort of magic dumb thing prevents them from adding you back, well, they know why. And if they're your friend, they will wish the very best of you. But I'm thinking the big loophole is that it says remove, not block. And I don't have a lot of friends. It wouldn't take me that long to be like, hey, if I push this button, I'll be an instant YouTube celebrity, but I got to remove like all my friends from my friends list. Is that okay? You can add me back later. And if that's a loophole, then guess what? I'm pressing that button. And I will use my YouTube celebrity to tell people that and be like, ha ha ha, they were stupid because of that loophole. Next. All right. You can marry your celebrity crush, but you will become blind. Let's take this one really seriously. Now, I would almost say almost all of my celebrity crushes, what few there are, have nothing to do with how they look. So that's not a problem. So I would absolutely love to be able to be with them and talk with them and be part of their lives. However, I'm a visual artist. I'm a very visual person. I take good care of my eyes. I think becoming deaf would be more difficult for me. But either one, no, I will not. You can find. You don't need to marry your celebrity crush. You can find somebody special. There's plenty of special people out there who are just as good as your celebrity crush to you if you find them and you give them a chance. Next!
フリープレイをダウンロードして、ここなら
Sorry, I'm not downloading it. It's just how it is. Okay, here we go. You can see anyone's future, but you don't get to see your own. This is easy. You already don't get to see your own future. And if you could get the power to see other people's future, I mean, that's a win-win-win-win-win. Because you can help other people. Now here's one of those things that's up there with like all the time traveling things and stuff like that. If you're seeing somebody's future, what if you are part of their future? Does that mean you can't see their future? So you could only see the future of people who you would never interact with. But you would see your own future by knowing, or part of it, you would get hints by trying to see the future of somebody. And you're like, wait a minute, I can't see it. That means that I am part of this person's future in some way. So you would get hints. Yeah, that's... You didn't think about this when you wrote that, didn't you? Yep. So... No matter what, I think that if you can't see your own future, which you can't do right now, but you can see anyone's future except your own. And even if that meant that you couldn't see the future of anybody who you are part of their future, then yeah, I'm pushing that button. Easy. Okay. You will get any Apple product you wish at no cost, but Microsoft will never let you play Xbox. I mean, does that mean Xbox the console or like Xbox like the app? Because I do play a few things on Xbox as far as the app. But if it means the console, I mean, Apple stuff's expensive. You could just sell it and get like other things. Yeah, there's not enough Xbox exclusives to make me not push this button. Yeah. That's just how I think about it. That's just how I see it. Next. All right. You have everything you've ever wanted, but every day there's a riot outside your house and at least one window is broken. Now see, this is another one that's full of holes and needs details. What if everything I ever wanted was new windows? I mean, it's just part of it. And why is there a riot outside? What kind of world am I living in? What did I do to make these people riot? Is it because I have everything that I've ever wanted? And what if everything I want, I can give to them? Is that why they're rioting outside? No, there's just too many details here. There's too many stupid little things that could make this difficult, so I will not push it. I will not do it. Next.
元傭兵で現役高校生の
Skip. So I think we're going to finish here in about a couple minutes because there's something special happening. Let me go ahead and make sure that is going on. Oh, wait a minute. No. It's I forgot about the time. Either that or she pushed it back. I forget. I do want to see Momo Suzunene's return stream. Very excited about that. Oh, she's got a cover coming out too. That makes me happy. I'm very happy about that. Looks like the stream, unless she goes beyond the cover or it's like a watch along, looks like the stream's not going to be too long. But I'm quite excited about that. But it looks like it's 9 o'clock and not 8 o'clock. For some reason I thought it was 8 o'clock. Then we shall continue. We shall go on and on and on and on and on. Let me just check one more thing. Huh. Okay. Okay, you get the ability to see clearly in the dark, but you have to wear glasses permanently. Like, how do they mean permanently? Like your eyesight is bad enough to where you have to wear glasses to see? Or are they like permanently attached to your face? Because that would be kind of annoying. And I live in Tokyo, and it's pretty bright here at night. So I don't quite live in a life to where that would be useful to me. So I will not. I will not. Next. Okay. You are offered the chance to colonize a distant, habitable planet and build a new civilization from scratch. But you'll be the only human on said planet for 15 years. I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay with that. That gives me 15 years to prepare for whoever's coming in 15 years. And I will be the king of this distant habitable planet, and I will be able to sustain myself on showing people around, teaching people about it. Yeah, I'm pushing that button. That doesn't even take that much thought. Ooh, people can't handle 15 years alone. People can't handle exploration. You gotta do it, man. You gotta do it. Next. All right. You would serve as the president of a prestigious university, but you would have to spend 3 months in a wheelchair. What is wrong with being in a wheelchair? This is a stupid one. Now, first of all, there's just too many stupid things about this. Why would I be why would I want to be the president of a prestigious university? I'm not university material, let alone president. I mean, spending 3 months in a wheelchair, I mean, that could happen to me at any time. It could happen to anybody at any time. You can get hit by a car or get sick or something like that. That's something that could happen to anybody. And then you have to do it. I mean, the wheelchair part is dumb, but I won't do it because I do not need to be in front of any university or head any university. I will not. Next. It's one of these types of games. Oh, this is a long ad. Yeah, these kinds of ads, they're just not. They're these kinds of games. I mean, they're just. I have so many other things I'd rather play. It's not for me. Not my thing. Still waiting. Yeah. Move the blocks. Do the colors. Okay, next. You get a free Xbox One and it has backwards compatibility, but 95% of the gaming community hates and shuns you for life. I mean, how much is an Xbox One? Like a couple $100? That's not worth it. That's not worth it. I will not. I guess a lot of people want an Xbox One. All right. You can modify yourself physically as you want, any part of your body, but your IQ will drop dramatically. Now, I'm not going to push this button, but my question is, does it happen only when you do the modification? When you go back to it, does your IQ return? And what do they mean by dramatically? Like, there's several levels of IQ. What if you're like super high IQ and you just become normal? This is just stupid. Yeah, I will not. I will not. Too many questions. You gain your superpower of choice, but you live as the opposite gender for the rest of your life. We have already answered this. The answer is yes. Yes, 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 yes. Next. Man. I didn't mind the other ads. This one's a little long. Yeah. I don't even think I got any viewers right now, or else I'd go ahead and update. Because if anybody watching the VOD, they already know why. They already know why I say what I said. No, there's nobody here. Everybody's busy. Everybody's doing their thing. So we'll just sit here and wait. Goodbye, Match Factory. Okay, next. You get $10 million. But every day of your life, you must play 4 games of ranked League of Legends with the most toxic players in all your games. You cannot mute or avoid their messages. Now, I don't know much about League. I don't know how long it takes to play a game. And this is just 10 million for the every day of your life. So you got to play League for the rest of your life. So if in like 50 years people are living to be 120 to like 150, and I was talking to somebody about this a while back. I can't wait till I'm retirement age because there'll be so many games to play. And we're growing up in like this game and generation and stuff like that. Retirement homes are going to have like game consoles everywhere. And everybody's going to be like, leave me alone. I'm playing with Eldra down the hall. We're doing a Tetris battle, or we're doing an Apex match or something. I don't know. Retirement could be fun. I wonder if that generation's finally coming around. People that grew up with Atari and Nintendo were born in like the 70s, right? So that would make them well into their 50s. So they're not quite in retirement age, I guess. But I'm guessing there were people in their 30s and 40s that played Nintendo. So I guess there are people in their 60s that might have grown up and maybe retired and are gamers. I mean, all of us, we're ready for it. We are ready for it. I'm ready to retire and play games. So, but I don't know much about League. I don't mind toxic people. I can deal with toxic people. If you're dealing with them every day, you kind of learn how to deal with them. But that 10 million won't last long. Especially if you must. That means you have to. Every day, no matter what. That means they have to, and they don't get 10 million. Or maybe they do. There's just too many stupid things in this. I won't do it. Next. Alright. You have to sacrifice your friends, family, and loved ones, sending them to the worst place imaginable. But you get to live for as long as you want and have 3 random superpowers. Now, as far as family, I have a great aunt that I wish no ill will on. I wouldn't want her to have anything bad happen to her, even though that I haven't spoken to her in a long time. My sister and I aren't close at all, but I wouldn't wish any bad things on her. The rest of my family is either already in hell or I wish hell upon them. So, but it's not worth it for 2 people. It's just not. unless I can do something, unless I can get them out of that. Because, there's the loophole. There's the loophole. Sending them to the worst place imaginable. One of my superpowers is being able to get them out of that. Loopholes everywhere. So, yeah, I'm going to push that button because I'm going to take them superpowers and, get my sister and my aunt, bring them back to their homes, and then go back to letting them live their lives and forgetting things to an extent. I'm not a family person for many reasons. I talk to my sister maybe once, twice a year. My aunt, my great aunt actually, it's my granny's sister. She lives in Scotland, and I was supposed to visit her when I went to Scotland a little while back, and that trip was sort of a disaster. I've talked to her on the phone last year, and because she's not an email person, she's not a mail person. I could write her a letter, but she'd never write back. If you want to get her attention, you gotta call her. But my sister talks to her more than I do because she sometimes needs to know things about. Well, that's family stuff. I won't get into that. Anyway, next, here we go. You get the ability to make unlimited calls and write unlimited text at no cost for a year, but you'll receive calls from telemarketers for... No, I'm not going to do that. Screw telemarketers. Next. The hell are those ice cream cones? That guy's weak. Skip. All right. You are the biggest rock star on earth, but you are deaf. So basically Mozart. I mean, at least Mozart got to hear his work at one point in his life. I'm never been a rock star, so I would like to experience the oral aspects of that, not the visual aspects of that. I want to be my own personal rock star. I will not. Next. You will never get razor burn again, but your hair grows so fast you have to shave. No. No. I hate shaving. Hate it. Next. You can go to any fictional world, but you can never leave that world. Now, if I have to choose that right now, I'm not going to do it. But if I got to choose that, like when I'm in like retirement age or whatever, then yeah, I know exactly where I'd go. Neo Venezia from Aria, The Natural. Seems like it'd be a wonderful place to retire to. And I am. Yep, but if it's right now, no. I got living to do, man. I will not. Next. Yeah. You and your simple little cell phone game are not going to impress me. All right, next. Your bank account immediately receives $50 million USD, but a random person you know will die instantly. I can't do it because this is the problem with these kinds of questions, because usually it always means somebody that means something to you, not just somebody that you know. I don't know that many people. The people that I know or choose to know mean something to me in some way. And there's a lot of people that I know that don't deserve to die just because I get $50 million. It's not my choice to let them die, so I will not. I will not. Ooh, that's kind of split. People want that money. People out there, ooh, that's kind of sad, actually. Okay, next. You will be able to learn all the boring stuff for Thursday's lecture, but you have to I have no lecture on Thursday. I get up early all the time. Let's just see what other people press. I hope that comment didn't show up. That was, I could have just seen it on the lag on my. I don't think it showed up, but either way, I didn't write it. Okay, next. Have the most intense, best feeling orgasm ever. But it could happen at any point in your life between now and your death. Oh, man. We could talk about this one for a while if there were people here that were interested in it, but I'm just go ahead and say no. I mean, yeah, whatever.
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。Sorry, I'm just checking my Discords, which are on the monitor above, and we can skip this video. All right. You become fearless. What's to say I am not already? But, except for kittens, you are terrified of them, to the point of running away and screaming. Arm flailing optional. Now, fear is an important survival tool. So, there are certain things you should be afraid of. And kittens are not one of them. So, yeah, I'm not going to push that button. I'm not going to push that button. Sorry, that's my breathing lips. Plus, if I did something else, it would sound a lot different. Anyway, next. You can see the future anytime you want, but you must continue seeing it until you see someone die. People die all the time. And now you see, here's the loophole. Here's the detail of this. You can see the future anytime you want. And it's just like, they're not saying when, where, how. Like, is it the future in that moment that you're standing? Is it like, can I say, okay, I want to see the future 200 years from now. Okay, now that in like London or like Tokyo or like where I'm standing right now. Okay, now I want to see the future of a war or something, or no, a hospital. And I guess I just gotta find someone and just wait for them to die. But yeah, that's stupid. I will not. Next. You can never go fat, but you feel no taste. What? Oh. Yeah, if you've watched any of my other streams, you have seen how much I hate this guy. Come on. This whole game is stupid. The whole premise behind it. Like, the matching part, I don't care about, but the fact that they made it about a king, I've already ranted about that enough. So let's do a few more buttons, and that's it for today. Here we go. You can pause, rewind, and fast forward time, but you become a bit. Okay, we've already done that one. So. What did I decide? Yeah, I decided I was going to do it. So let's do next. And if this is one I've already done, we're finished. Okay? You have as much money as you need and everything you want in life, but you must experience the event of a creepypasta every week. Every week. Do I get to choose the creepypasta? Do I get to choose the creepypasta? Because if I get to choose it, then that's not that bad, but Because some of them are just not creepy. They're just violent. Or they're just dumb. And I don't get creeped out that easily. Unless there's like capybara creepypasta. And say that 5 times fast. Capybara creepypasta. 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 Oh man. Yeah. I don't know. There's a whole lot of creepypasta out there. And even if it's just one a week, some of them are, I mean, if it's an event of a creepypasta, some of them people die. I don't want to die. At least I think so. I'm not a creepypasta person. I just know it through all the memes and all the people. And some of the streamers I watch are into it. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. I will not. Oh, that's split right down the middle. Right down the middle. Ow. Well, I think that's a good place to end, actually. I think that's a good place to end it. Give me a second. Let me just get a little bit relaxed here. Oof. All right. Yeah, sorry about that. Let me move the mic. Didn't tighten that. My mic suddenly decided it was just going to move on its own earlier. Do I have this week's or is this last week's schedule? Let me double check the schedule. That is last week's schedule. Yeah, let me go ahead and bring in the new schedule. Delete. Alright, where is the schedule? There it is. Okay, so this is the schedule for the rest of the week. So yeah, yesterday was the day off. Today we did Will You Press the Button? Tomorrow some Tetris 99. It's going to be kind of a short stream, probably about an hour, I think. Yeah. Now Thursday, I already know what I'm doing now. We'll talk about that later. I'm going to be doing Pro Sekai. I do not know what time I will be starting because Thursday and Friday there's some weird stuff going on with work and life, and I have to wait on a couple things. So I could be starting at 1 o'clock or 1300 hours, or I could be starting at 20 o'clock or 8 o'clock at night. I don't know yet. But as soon as I can start streaming, I will. So I can't give a time, unfortunately. Friday's about the same. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet because it will depend on how much time I have to stream. Saturday will be the weekly retrospect. And Sunday, once again, the Duolingos. Next week is going to be a bit crazy. And we'll talk about that on Saturday. But yeah. I love the VODers. I'm very happy. Had a few people come in today. Had a few people subscribe. Thank you very much. Thank you for following. And thank you for watching. This is Abraham Rose. And that's all for me. Bye, y'all.